Many thanks for joining us on News Now on iBrandTV. Here are some top stories we are tracking. I am Margaret Opara. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday stopped the President Muhammadu Buhari, Attorney General of the Federation and Senate President from tampering with the newly amended Electoral Act 2022. Justice Ian Ekwo, in a ruling on an ex parte application filed by the People's Democratic Party, agreed that the Electoral Act had become a valid law and could not be tampered with without following due process. Justice Ekwo held that the proper place to challenge the validity of any existing law was in court of competent jurisdiction. The PDP, through its counsel James Onoja, SAN, sued the president along with the others challenging what is described as a bid to tinker with the newly amended Electoral Act. The AGF, as well as the Senate President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Clerk of the National Assembly, Senate Leader, House of Representatives Leader, and Independent National Electoral Commission were named as defendants in the suit. Also joined as defendants in the suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/247/2022, where Deputy Senate President, Deputy Speaker, Deputy Senate Leader and Deputy Leader, House of Representatives. The party prayed the court for an order in interim injunction restraining the President and other defendants from refusing to implement the duly signed Electoral Act. The PDP also applied for an order of the court stopping the National Assembly from giving effect to the President's request to remove Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act or take any step that would make the provision inoperative pending the resolution of the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction. The hearing of the matter has been fixed for March 21. A new batch of 306 Nigerians yesterday returned home from the war-ravaged Ukraine, according to the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM. The commission stated that they arrived at the Ndlea International Airport, Abuja, at 0:30 a.m. Airport Airpeace Boeing 773-300 flight APK 7534 through Budapest. The arrivals increased the number of Nigerians evacuated by the federal government to 1,112 as 807. Others had earlier been evacuated in 3 batches as at Saturday. NIDCOM stated also that the returnees were excited to be home after the uncertainty of fleeing from war. They applauded the speedy response of the federal government to their plight, NIDCOM added. The many Nigerians and other nationals fled Ukraine into nearby countries since Russia launched a full-scale war on its neighbor on February 24. The Nigerian government approved the release of $8.5 million on Wednesday for the immediate evacuation of at least 5,000 Nigerians fleeing the Russian-Ukrainian conflict zone to Poland, Romania, Hungary, and Slovakia. And moving on, the federal government on Monday said it would not tolerate the recruitment of Nigerians as foreign fighters in Ukraine. According to a statement signed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Francisca Omayuli, the government is in talks with Ukrainian counterparts to forestall such an occurrence. The government statement comes after reports emerged of Nigerian volunteers being drafted into the Ukrainian army at the Ukrainian embassy in Abuja. Quote, the Ministry of Finance Affairs contacted the embassy to verify the speculation, end of quotes, the statement said. The Ukrainian embassy refuted the allegation but confirmed that a number of Nigerians had approached the embassy indicating their willingness to fight on the side of Ukraine in its ongoing conflict with Russia. Now, furthermore, the embassy clarified that the Ukrainian government is not admitting foreign volunteer fighters and as such is associated itself from the claim as it requesting $1,000 from each Nigerian volunteer for air tickets and visa. The federal government also said it would continue to engage with the Embassy of Ukraine in Nigeria and other relevant authorities to prevent this possibility. Now, suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari on Monday pleaded not guilty to a drug trafficking charge filed against him by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Kyari told Justice Emeka Wite of the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday, following his arraignment alongside 6 others on allegations bordering on drug trafficking. While Kyari pleaded guilty to counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 leveled against him, the other 4 police officers who are defendants in the trial also pleaded not guilty to counts 1, 2, 3, and 4 filed against them. But Chibunna Patrick Umeibe and Emeka Afonsons Ezenwanne, who are 6th and 7th defendants, pleaded guilty to counts 5, 6, and 7 preferred against them. Although their names were also mentioned in count 3 and 4, where allegations bordering on conspiracy were leveled against Kyari and others, they were asked not to take a plea on these 2 counts. The 4 members of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team in the charge marked FHC/ABJ/57/2022 include ACP Sunday J. Ubia, ASP Bawa James, Inspector Simon Agirigba, and Inspector John Nuhu. Umeibe and Ezenwanne are also, or rather are the 2 alleged drug traffickers that were arrested at the Akanu Ibiam International Airport in Enugu State. Shortly after taking their plea, the Ndlea lawyer Sunday Joseph, Director of Prosecution and Legal Services, prayed the court for a trial date for the 1st to the 5th defendants. Sunday also urged the court to grant a leave to review the charges against Umeibe and Ezenwanne, who pleaded guilty to the charges against them. Now, after national-wide strike embarked upon by the academic members of Staff Union of Universities, ASU, enters the 5th week, the national leadership of the union plans to meet this week in Abuja to consider fresh offers made by the federal government to meet their demands. President of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, who spoke at the weekend over the lingering dispute, said although there was nothing significantly new in what government had put forward, but that in the spirit of dialogue and consultations, the union decided to convene a meeting of its national executive to look at the new timeline and to resolve on the next course of action. When reminded that the federal government had made a new commitment to review the salaries and conditions of services of the lecturers within 6 weeks, the ASU president said such pledges had been made severally in the past without fulfillment. Meanwhile, the federal government has inaugurated a new team to commence renegotiation of 2009 agreement between ASU and the government, headed by Professor Emeritus Nimi Briggs, the Pro-Chancellor Alex Ekweme Federal University, Ndufe Alike Iko. Other members of the team are Lawrence Patrick Ngbali, Pro-Chancellor Federal University Bukari, Professor Fumi Togunu Pikatet, Pro-Chancellor Federal University Benin Kebbi, Senator Chris Adigige, Pro-Chancellor Federal University Lokoja, among others. Away from that, the ruling All Progressive Congress APC has denied media reports that Governor Mala Mai Buni had been removed as the chairman of the party's caretaker committee. A report that earlier surfaced that President Muhammadu Buhari has sacked Buni as the party's caretaker committee chairman and has appointed Governor Sani Bello of Niger State as the new chairman. But in a statement on Monday by the National Secretary of the Caretaker Committee, Senator James Akpano-Odede, the party described the report as fake and baseless. The party scribe asked APC members to remain calm and support the Caretaker Committee to conduct a RACO-free and credible national convention. The Governor of Central Bank of Nigerian, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, says agriculture remains a strong pillar and saving grace for the Nigerian economy. Emefiele said this at the weekend while addressing journalists during an inspection tour of palm plantation at Udigi village in Ovia North East local government area of Edo State.